This is what you need to know before the Elden Ring Nightraigne playtest coming this Friday. Now by now you should know that this is going to be a 3-player co-op game. And it seems like the whole concept of this game is to kind of chase after someone called the Night Lord. You and 2 other friends are going to be able to team up and use heroes. The 4 characters you're going to see in the playtest are going to be the Wilder, the Guardian, I'm not sure if I know how to pronounce this, but Recluse, and the Duchess. Now the Wilder, think of this person as like a balanced character. You'll have a skill called Claw Shot that you can shoot a grappling claw to draw someone into your range, and you can also use it for movement. Then you also have the Onslaught Strike that launches an iron stake with a great explosion. The Guardian is more of a defensive character who uses a shield. The 2 skills are Whirlwind, which allows you to sprout wings causing a cyclone, and then the Wings of Salvation, which allows you to dive backwards to protect an area around you. Recluse is going to be more of the magic build using powerful spells. You have Magic Cocktail. It seems like with that one you'll be able to launch a fire blast, and the other skill seems like it'll do some sort of blood damage. And lastly, the Duchess is more of an evasive character that allows you to dodge several times. The first skill is Restage, which allows you to surround and damage nearby foes. And then you also have Finale, which allows you to hide from the enemies. The world you're going to be exploring is called Limveld. What's very important is that every single time you play, the world is going to change or shift. So it'll be different loot, different drops, different enemies, different bosses, keeping it exciting in my opinion. You'll start at level 1, and of course there'll still be sites of grace that allow you to level up. The only thing is that while it is still open world, you have a limited amount of time each day. So you really have to maximize each day and get as much loot, get as many runes, kill as many bosses as possible before the day runs out. So some things you'll be able to do is actually conquer enemy strongholds. Of course, there'll still be bosses. You'll also still be able to increase the number of flasks you have, and smithing stones will still be in the game as well. What I find cool about everything is that if you're lost, there's still a map. On the map, you'll be able to find locations that are unaffected by the Night's Tide, which by the way is the reason why there's a limited amount of time each day. And of course, from there, you'll be able to find where you want to go next. As for leveling up, you'll still use runes, and for collecting weapons and items, you'll find those in chests and wooden crates, and all item drops are actually going to be shared among everybody. So you'll be able to share items or weapons that you're no longer using with the people you're playing with. The equipment you collect or give to other players will also have passive effects, and those passive effects can actually stack as well. There's also going to be special rewards, specifically a dormant power. Now all players are going to be able to choose one weapon or special effect from the dormant power. Similar to a dormant power, there's also going to be relics. The relics come with 3 random effects, and you can equip up to 3. The way you're going to equip this is at the round table. There's going to be a place called the relic right, and that's where you'll mess around with that, as you can see on my screen here. Now moving on, skills are going to be a little bit different in Nightraigne. You're actually only going to be able to use skills once your skill gauge is full, and then you'll be able to reuse it after a short cooldown. There's also going to be something called ultimate arts. It's supposedly going to be your most powerful move, and it can really change the tide of battle. So just make sure you use it at the right moment. So what happens if you die? Well, if you run out of HP, you'll be put in what's called a near-death state. Your teammates will be able to revive you by attacking you, but if they don't reach you after a certain amount of time, then you'll just die. If you keep getting into a near-death state, it's going to increase what's called the death gauge, and it's going to make it harder to basically revive you. The only way you can reset the gauge is by resting at a site of grace. Now, I talked about the night tide earlier in this video, but what exactly is going to happen during that? Well, when nighttime does come, a powerful boss is going to emerge to come and attack you. When you defeat that boss, a new day will start, and after overcoming the second night, the doors to the Night Lord will open. That is going to conclude everything about the gameplay. Make sure you subscribe because I'm going to make content about Nightraigne all weekend and all of next week, since I am part of the playtest. Before we end the video, I want to give a special shout out to my Discord server boosters. If you just want to be able to interact with me or just chat with over 1,000 members that we have in the Discord, it's linked in the description. Thank you to Paco the Goat, Gogeta Blue, and Toji Fushiguro for boosting my server. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.